Good morning, dear students. Today I am here again with the last chapter of class 7th Civics Struggle for Equality. So the Indian Constitution recognize all Indians are equal before the law and states that no person can be discriminated against because of their religion, sex, caste, or whether they are rich or poor. So, factors why people are treated unequally in India. As you all know that India is a democracy and the soul of democracy is equality. But we do not see equality at any places except on the polling day on which every adult citizen of India enjoy the equal right to vote. Right from the beginning of the book, we have introduced to persons like Kanta, Ansari, Swapna, and so on. These people have to face discrimination because they lack resources and discrimination on the basis of person's religion, caste, and sex. Under such circumstances, some people take initiative and start struggle for equality. Others extend their support for the cause. In India, there are several struggles in which people have come together to fight for issues that they believe are important. The method used by the women movement to raise issue of equality can be mentioned here. Another example can be given of the Tawa Matsya Sangh, in which people come together to fight an issue. Beedi workers, fisher folks, agricultural laborers, slum dwellers, and each group is struggling for justice in its own way. Now the Tawa Matsya Sangh. The Tawa Matsya Sangh is an organization fighting for the right of the displaced forest dwellers of Salpura forest in Madhya Pradesh. Satpura forest in Madhya Pradesh. The Tawa Dam began to be built in 1958 and was completed in 1978. It took 20 years to be completed. It submerged large area of forest and agricultural land. The forest dwellers were left with nothing. Some of the displaced people began fishing in the reservoir. In 1994, the government gave the right for the fishing in the Tawa reservoir to the private contractors. These contractors were not friendly. They began to push out the local people. The villagers now stood united and set up Tawa Matsya Sangh, that means TMS, to protect their rights. The TMS organized rally and a chakka jam demanding their rights to continue fishing for livelihood. Finally, the government accepted their demand and from January to 1997 they began fishing. Later on, the Tawa Matsya Sangh set up a cooperative which would buy the catch from the fish workers at a fair price. Now they are able to earn 3 times more than they earned earlier. The Tawa Matsya Sangh has also begun giving the fish workers loan for repair and the buying of new nets. Now, the Indian Constitution as a living document. The Indian Constitution recognizes the equality of all persons, the foundation of all movements for justice, and the inspiration for all the poetry and songs on equal is the recognition that all people are equal. Movements and struggles for equality in India promote equality. It referred to the Indian Constitution to make their point about equality and justice for all. Indian Constitution is a living document recognizing greater equality on existing and other issues. It guarantees dignity, self respect, and equality, all of which are required in a democracy. In a democracy, there are always communities and individuals trying to expand the idea of democracy and push for greater recognition of equality on existing as well as new issues. Thus, issues of equality are central to democracy. The dignity and self respect of each person can only be realized if he or she has adequate resources. So, that's all for today. Hope you like this presentation. Thank you.